Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I think we're doing a bit of an interesting video. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and I've been thinking about this concept pretty much ever since I started my YouTube channel, and that is the top 10 most, how can you say, iconic, best, most successful in some ways Miss South Africas that we've ever had. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be titling this video yet, but this is pretty much what we're going with for this video. You know, throughout the years there have been many women who have been incredible Miss South Africas, but in this video I'm just going to go through my personal top 10 favorites from number 10 to number 1, who I think have been the most impactful, the most iconic Miss South Africas that we've ever had. Starting at number 10, we have Anneline Kriel. Now, in case you don't know, Anneline was actually the first runner-up at Miss World 1974. But the actual winner of Miss World 1974, Helen Morgan, had to resign after it was discovered that she had a child, and the father of said child started to blab to the press pretty much just a few days after she was crowned Miss World. So Anneline took over from her, and Anneline, for that reason of, you know, being Miss World 1974, is one of the more famous Miss South Africas in Miss South Africa history. At number 9, we have Basetsana Makgalemele, also known, of course, more famously as Basi Kumalo. She was Miss World 1994 first runner-up and also Miss South Africa during that time. Oh my goodness, this woman, I know a lot of people think that she was the first black woman to be crowned Miss South Africa, but she actually wasn't. But she obviously was crowned in 1994, which is a very important year in South African history, and she also went on to get that first runner-up spot at Miss World that year, which obviously is significant. At number 8, I have a personal favorite Miss South Africa, perhaps one of my favorites Miss South Africas of all time, Tamaryn Green, who was Miss South Africa 2018. Yet she, of course, competed in that iconic edition of Miss Universe 2018, where Catriona Gray did all of the things and eventually, of course, won. But Tamaryn was the first runner-up, and I think that is significant as well. Tamaryn is just such an amazing woman, and just before her, of course, Demi, who we'll get to later, won Miss Universe, and right after her, Zozi, who we'll get to later as well, won Miss Universe. So she was sort of the in-between sandwich girl, but I love her so much. I absolutely adore Tamaryn, and I just had to put her on this list because to me, she's just really, honestly, one of the top 10 Miss South Africas of all time. Come on. At number 7, we have Jacqui Mofokeng. Now, Jacqui was the actual first black woman to be crowned Miss South Africa, and she competed at Miss World 1993, where she also got the placement of first runner-up, just like her successor Basetsana. But what's significant about Jacqui is the fact that she's the first black woman to be crowned Miss South Africa. She received a lot of hate and prejudice against her, guys. So the fact that she went on to place as first runner-up at Miss World is major. And like I said before, she was crowned Miss South Africa in like 1993. So this is like just before 1994, which is the year that everybody knows as, you know, one of the most significant years in recent South African history. But what a lot of people don't know is that the Miss South Africa organization had been allowing black women to compete since 1977, but it took so long just for Jacqui to be crowned. So I definitely think that Jacqui's win was very significant for the Miss South Africa organization. At number 6, I have Penelope and COELEN, or better known as Penny COELEN, who was Miss South Africa 1958 and was also Miss World 1958. So we're talking decades ago. This is so long ago, but luckily everyone on this list, I believe, is still alive and kicking, including Penelope, who is the oldest woman on this list, and she went on to have like 5 children and be married, and she's still living in South Africa, living her best life. And you know what, it's such a sad history that the Miss South Africa organization had, and by no means was Miss South Africa open to everyone in the 1950s, but I still think that Penelope's legacy is still important when it comes to Miss South Africa's history, and the fact that we won Miss World 1958, to me at least, is still major. At number 5 we have Margaret Gardiner. Now, I'm cheating a bit with Margaret because Margaret, for you guys who didn't know, was never officially Miss South Africa. No siree. The Miss South Africa organization actually only got the Miss Universe license in 1998. And Margaret actually was crowned by a different organization called the Miss Republic of South Africa sort of organization, pageant thing, whatever. But since then, and since Miss Republic of South Africa is basically not on the map anymore, the Miss South Africa organization has adopted Margaret, shall we say, as one of them, just because she was the first South African woman to win Miss Universe. Yes, Margaret was crowned Miss Universe in 1978, which is major. And like I said, even though she wasn't officially Miss South Africa, in fact, the actual Miss South Africa in 1978 was Yolanda Kloppers, and her runners-up was Monique Hare and Dawn Chapman. And obviously, Margaret never went anywhere near the Miss South Africa pageant. I still think that she had to be mentioned. She had to be mentioned, and it's also very obvious that the Miss South Africa organization have adopted her. You know, they've taken her under their umbrella. So she's not really a Miss South Africa, but she's still on this list. At number 4, of course, we have Rolene Strauss, who was recently, well, not that recently, but you know, within this decade still, crowned Miss World. Yes, Rolene was crowned Miss World in 2014, and this was significant because South Africa hadn't had an officially crowned Miss World, because remember that Anneline was first runner-up originally, and then she became Miss World after the winner had to resign. So we hadn't had an officially crowned Miss World since 1958. So Rolene's win was absolutely major, and it was celebrated as such. I remember it was sort of a renaissance for Miss World, and I think for pageantry in general in South Africa after Rolene's Miss World win. Because remember, after Rolene won Miss World, some people were interested in pageantry again, and I think that led to, you know, Demi's win perhaps, and after that Zozi's win, of course. So since Rolene's win at Miss World, Miss South Africa has had this whole renaissance of pageant success. Which leads me to number 3 on this list, DEMI-LEIGH, who was crowned Miss Universe 2017. I remember this like it was yesterday. This was the rebirth of my personal love for pageantry. When Demi won Miss Universe, it was just so huge because now South Africa had a Miss World and a Miss Universe crown in just this short period of time, which wasn't something that happened often. So I think that Demi's win at Miss Universe definitely awakened a lot of excitement for pageantry in South African. Now at number 2 on this list, guys, I actually have a very recent Miss South Africa. I have LALELA MSWANE, and the reason I'm putting LALELA on this list actually is because she's done something that I don't think any Miss South Africas have been able to do, actually. LALELA has gotten into the top 3 at Miss Universe, placing as second runner-up at Miss Universe 2021, and then gone on to another top 5 pageant in the world, which is Miss Supranational, and she actually won that pageant. This is major because this, I don't think, has ever happened in South Africa before. I think that South Africans usually, around the time when South African women used to go to both Miss Universe and Miss World, they either place really high at one and really badly at the other, or they place mediocre at both. But they've never done what LALELA has done, which is almost win one and then actually gone on to win the other. This reminds me so much, what LALELA has accomplished reminds me so much of Michelle McLean from Namibia, who went to Miss World 1991, where she placed in the top 5 and then obviously went on to win Miss Universe. I think Catriona did the same. She was also top 5 at Miss World in 2016 and then won Miss Universe 2018. So just, it takes really, really special women to do this, and I definitely think that LALELA deserves a spot in the top 10 of the most amazing, incredible Miss South Africas of all time. Okay guys, lastly, I have to put this woman at the top. I'm of course talking about ZOZIBINI TUNZI. Zozi was just a force. You know, it's not about the fact that she went on to win Miss Universe, which was an incredible feat, especially because we had only one Miss Universe like 2 years prior to this, and the previous year we got first runner-up. The odds of Zozi winning Miss Universe were slim, because this isn't something that happens very often in pageantry. Sandwich victories like this are very rare. But it wasn't only this. Zozi was sort of her own little renaissance. In the way that Catriona was with performance and styling in pageantry, Zozi was with speaking and authenticity. She really brought that to the table, and you know, she just inspired so many people. She is such an icon. And that is, to me, why she deserves to be on this list. The way this woman spoke, the way she carried herself, the way she was confident. Zozi is just, I think, the embodiment of South African spirit, to be honest with you. And for that reason, I couldn't put anyone else at the top of this list. Let me know what you guys think. Who are your favorite Miss South Africas of all time? Who do you guys think is the top 10? Who did I leave out? Please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.